very good afternoon to all. Welcome back to our YouTube channel. Myself Sanchita Sanand, a first year law student from Galgodias University and currently working as a legal intern at Lexis and Company. So today I am here to talk about defamation and its laws in India. So first of all, what is defamation? Defamation is the act of communicating false statements about a person that harm the reputation of that person when observed through the eyes of ordinary man. Any false and unprivileged statement published or spoken deliberately, intentionally, knowingly, with the intention to damage someone's reputation is defamation. So, a man's reputation is treated as his property, and such damages are punishable by law. It could be written or oral. Written defamation, printed or typed material or images is called as libel, and spoken defamation is called slander. So, defamation law walks a fine line between the right to freedom of speech and the right of a person to avoid defamation. On one hand, a reasonable person should have free speech to talk about their experiences in a truthful manner without fear of a lawsuit if they say something mean, brew, but true about someone else. On the other hand, people have a right to not have false statements made that will damage their reputation. Determining what is a statement of fact and what is a lie is called absolute defense and will end the case once it is proven. Then the winning side may sue for punitive damages depending on the types of defamation. Now, what are the defamation laws in India? Article 19 of the Constitution grants various freedom to its citizens. However, Article 19 Clause 2 has imposed reasonable exemption to freedom of speech and expression granted under Article 9 Clause 1 of the Constitution. Contempt of court, defamation, and incitement to an offense are some exceptions. Defamation is an offense under both the civil as well as criminal law. In civil law, defamation is punishable under the law of torts by imposing punishment in the form of damages to be awarded to the claimant. Under the criminal law, defamation is a bailable, non-cognizable offense and compoundable offense. So basically, defamation is an offense in both the criminal as well as the civil law. Hence, a policeman may arrest only with an arrest warrant issued by a magistrate. The Indian Penal Code punishes the offense with a simple imprisonment up to 2 years or with fine or both. Now, let us see what are the elements of a defamation lawsuit. Defamation changes per state laws, but there are some accepted standards that make laws similar no matter where you are from, or who you are suing. Generally, in order to win your lawsuit, you must show that the statement that basically someone has to make a statement, then only you can prove that yes, that person has defamed me. So there should be a statement. Second is that the statement must be published. Third, the statement must cause an injury. That means the statement must cause any harm to your reputation. Fourth, the statement must be false. And the last one, the statement must not fall into a privileged category. These terms and details are further explained. First of all, the statement. What is the meaning of the statement? Statement needs to be spoken, written, or otherwise expressed in some manner. Because the spoken word often fades some quickly from memory, slander is often considered less harmful than libel. These statements are specifically damaging if they involve a public or private individual or the abuse of minors. Second is publication. Now, the second point that I said that the statement must be published. So, what is the meaning of this publication? For a statement to be published, a third party, that is someone other than the person who is making the statement and the person for whom the statement has been made, must have seen, heard, or read the defamatory statement. So, basically, between the two persons, there must also be a third party. Unlike the traditional meaning of the word published, a defamatory statement does not need to be printed. Rather, a statement heard over in the television or screen seen scrawled on someone's door is considered to be published. Basically, if the third party sees that yes, the statement that suppose I have made for a person, so the third party has seen that okay, I have made the statement, then we can say that the statement has been published. Third term is injury. To succeed in a defamation lawsuit, the statement must be shown to have caused some injury to the subject of the statement. This means that the statement must have hurt the reputation of the subject of the statement. For example, a statement has caused injury if the subject of the statement lost work as a result of the statement. Suppose a defamatory statement has been made against a worker who is working in a company. He lost his job because of that defamatory statement. So he lost his job, that means he has suffered some injury. So that is the main meaning of the word injury. Falsity. Defamation law will only consider statements defamatory if they are in fact false. True statement is not considered defamation. Remember, this is important that the statement in defamation should be false. Additionally, because of their nature, statements of opinion are not considered false because they are subjected to the speaker. Of course, we can give opinions against the person who is saying something, so that cannot be termed as defamatory statement. Then the next term is unprivileged. Lastly, in order for a statement to be defamatory, it must be unprivileged. You cannot sue for defamation in certain instances when a statement is considered privileged. For example, when a witness testifies at trial and makes a statement that is both false and injurious, the witness will be immune to a lawsuit for defamation because the act of testifying at trials is privileged. Now, the next that I would like to discuss is social media and how is social media related to defamation law. Due to social media, it's now easier than ever to make a defamatory statement. That's because social media services like Twitter, Facebook, Instagram allow you to instantly publish a statement that can reach millions of people. Whether it's a disparaging blog post, Facebook status update, or YouTube video, online defamation is treated the same way as more traditional forms, meaning that you can be sued for any defamatory statements you post online. And we all have seen these recent cases that if someone has published some defamatory statement, then he or she has to pay for that. So this was all about the defamation and the defamation laws in India. Thank you so much for devoting your time and listening to my video. So if you really liked it, then please like, share and comment. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel Lex Click for more such videos. Thank you so much and have a nice day.